Remember when driving was about more than just pressing a pedal? When every trip felt like a tiny adventure, not a software update? What if that kind of driving is making a comeback right now? In a world obsessed with self-driving and soft-touch everything, stick shifts are back. And it is not just about nostalgia. It is about skill, control, and the pure joy of actually driving. Get ready to rediscover what it means to be a driver, where your hands and feet matter, where timing matters, where your focus behind the wheel makes all the difference. In this video, you will see why manual transmissions are quietly making a comeback. You will see why younger enthusiasts are hunting three-pedal cars again, why some brands still fight to keep the manual alive, and why this old bit of hardware suddenly feels cooler than half the tech in new cars. We will talk about nostalgia and driving feel, performance and tuning, money and maintenance, and even the weird idea of manual electric cars. Watch until the end, because the last section will change how you see manuals in the next decade. Welcome to the channel where driving is not just getting from A to B. It is about noise, feel, and being part of the machine. If you like cars that actually need a driver, hit subscribe and let's get into it. Let's start with nostalgia. For a lot of people, the manual transmission is a core memory. Learning to drive in a slightly broken hatchback, rolling back on a hill, panicking for a second, then somehow saving it and feeling like a hero. Your first car probably was not fast, had touchscreens or massage seats, but it had three pedals, and every clean gear change felt like you had just leveled up. Modern cars are smooth and quiet. They isolate you. They are great for comfort, but they also turn you into a passenger in your own car. A manual does the opposite. The shifter moves with the engine. The clutch talks to your left leg. The revs rise and fall because you told them to. For a lot of younger drivers, that analog feel is something new and exciting, not old and boring. They discovered manuals in games, in car videos, at meets. To them, a manual car is like vinyl or film photography. It takes effort, but it feels real, and it makes you part of the process. There is also the cool factor of rarity. Fewer than 30 models with manual transmissions are left on sale for the 2026 model year in the US, which turns them into rolling collector's items right from the showroom. Owning a manual is not just a trim choice anymore. It is a statement that you chose connection over convenience. Now, the bit that really matters, how it feels to drive. We live in the age of driving assistance, automatic gearboxes, adaptive cruise control, and lane keeping. The car nags you if you touch the line. Some cars will pretty much steer themselves in traffic. That is fine for commuting, but if you enjoy driving, it can feel like the car does not trust you. A manual is the opposite of that. It is the mechanical handshake between you and the engine. Every upshift and downshift is your decision, not a line of code. On a twisty road, that changes everything. You listen to the engine, you pick the gear, you set up the car for the corner yourself. At first, you are clumsy. You stall, crunch a gear, you do that horrible kangaroo start at the lights, then it clicks. You find the bite point without thinking. You blend throttle and clutch like it is nothing, and start to nail those smooth downshifts into corners. Suddenly, even a cheap, slow car feels like a proper driver's car. You are not just sitting there while the gearbox does its thing. That feeling of mastery is addictive. You start chasing smoothness instead of just speed and judge drives by how clean they felt, not just how quick they were. In a world where everything is being automated, manuals give you one rare thing, a task where you have to be present and a clear reward when you get it right. On paper, automatics win the spec sheet war. Modern autos and dual clutch boxes shift faster than any human, launch harder, and keep the engine perfectly on boost. But ask an enthusiast which they would pick for a Sunday blast. A lot of them still say manual, because performance is not just numbers, but it's about how involved you feel. In a manual, you build the run yourself. You choose when to wind the engine out. You decide if you short shift for grip. You pick the exact moment to grab the next gear. A clean series of shifts on a good road feels better than any launch control party trick. You know that if you had been lazy, the car would not have come alive like that. Tuning culture gets this. When people mod cars for track days or back roads, manuals are often the preferred base. They give predictable behavior. No gearbox brain deciding it knows better than you. If you say third gear, you stay in third gear. There is also the community side. Manual owners love talking about teaching friends to drive stick, swapping rare three-pedal stories, complaining when a favorite model drops the manual option. In a car park, a manual badge, or a third pedal on the floor still earns quiet respect. It says you chose to do more work for more fun. Let's talk about the boring stuff that secretly matters. Money, maintenance, living with a manual every day. First, cost. On the used market, manuals can be absolute bargains. Many casual buyers are scared off by the third pedal, so prices on some very capable manual cars stay surprisingly low compared with flashy automatics. For young drivers or new enthusiasts, that is perfect. You get into a proper driver's car for the price of a bland automatic shopping box. Second, mechanical simplicity. Classic manual gearboxes are tough and relatively simple compared with modern multi-clutch automatics and complex torque converter units. You still have a clutch to replace at some point, but you often skip the nightmare of failed valve bodies, burned fluid, or dead mechatronic units. If you like keeping a car long-term, or you enjoy doing basic work yourself, a manual can be a smart choice, not just a fun one. Third, fuel and control. Automatic gearboxes are clever now. On test cycles, they often match or beat manuals on paper. But out in the real world, a smooth manual driver can still do very well. Short shift when you are just cruising. Hold a gear if you need instant response. You decide when to be efficient and when to have fun. And then there is the unintentional bonus feature, theft deterrent. Every year, fewer people can actually drive a manual. There are real cases where thieves jump into a manual car, realize it has 3 pedals, and give up. So no, manuals are not just toys for track days. For the right person, they make sense on cost, reliability, and control. So what happens next? Are manuals really coming back? Or is this just the last spin around the block? The truth sits somewhere in the middle. Manuals are not going mainstream again. Electric vehicles do not need multi-gear boxes. Hybrids love clever automatics. And the average buyer still says, "Give me easy, give me smooth." But manual transmissions are not dead either. They are becoming a specialty item, a bit like mechanical watches in a world of smartwatches. Manufacturers have noticed that a small, loud group of customers really care about engagement, so they keep manuals in specific models: hot hatches, lightweight sports cars, heritage editions that exist purely to make enthusiasts happy. There are even experiments with fake manuals in electric cars, simulated gears, vibrating pedals, artificial shift points to mimic the feel of changing gear in a car that does not actually need it. To purists, that sounds like heresy. But step back, and it proves one thing. Even when the drivetrain changes completely, people still want the feeling of controlling gears. They want that sense of timing, that little challenge on every drive. Zoom out even more, and the manual comeback lines up with a bigger cultural shift. People are tired of frictionless everything. They want hobbies that bite back a bit, skills that need practice, objects that reward attention. A manual car is exactly that. It demands more from you, but it pays you back every time you nail a shift on a perfect piece of road. Manual transmissions will not take over the sales charts again, but they are winning something better among enthusiasts: respect, desire, and a growing sense that, in a world of driver aids, 3 pedals are the real luxury option. For some drivers, a manual is not a compromise. It is the whole point of the car. If you enjoyed this look at the stick shift comeback, tap like. Subscribe for more driver-focused car content with zero fluff. and tell in the comments, would you buy a manual in 2026? Or are you staying on the lazy pedal for life?